Swanage TV, Swanage TV, let's just drive for you and for me. Have fun in the sun, go swim in the sea. There's always something special on Swanage TV.
Hello, good evening, and welcome to yet another edition of Swanage TV. I say good evening, it's good afternoon. It's 4 o'clock, and you join us live. I'm Ian, and my co-host today is Gary. Gary, hello, how are you?
Good afternoon, Ian. I'm on location in Swanage right now, live, and yes, I'm not too bad. Thank you very much. How are you?
Good. Hopefully trying to get some comment on some news stories, Gary, and I believe we've got a special birthday today, an incredibly special birthday today.
Yeah, very special lady, actually. She's 111 years old.
What?
111. 111.
What?
Yeah.
How old? Is that even
actually
possible?
I've done my research, and actually, she's on par with the oldest lady in the UK at the moment.
How old's the oldest lady in the UK?
Sorry?
How old is the oldest lady in the UK?
111 years old.
What?
Although
So she's got the record, has she?
Well, no. Although her birthday's later, yeah? Her birthday is today.
Okay. Well, I wonder if she's going for the record. What do you reckon?
Oh, hopefully. That'll be cool.
Well, I'm looking forward to that, Gary. But listen, what have you done this week? What's happened?
What's happened this week? Well, me personally?
Yeah, go on. What's happened?
Okay,
Tell us a story.
I've had to own up to a speeding ticket.
Oh, man.
And, there's another lesson there. I mean, last time it was lock my door for the car. This time, don't put your foot down.
Where were you going?
I was doing 60 and a 50 on the dual carriageway, Hulls Bay, you know.
Okay,
not Hulls Bay. It was towards Tower Park, Dorset Way, innit? Dorset Way.
Okay, yeah.
And somebody must have got me there and then put my hands up. I'm sorry, officer.
Well, you've learnt your lesson, young man. Now, there's a little bit of a crime theme in today's show, which we'll be discussing a bit later.
Unfortunately, yeah.
But how much was your fine?
You just take the rap, hold your hands out and say £100 fine and 3 points.
How much?
£100 fine and 3 points.
Can you not go on a driver awareness course?
Not if you've done it before.
Yeah. Honestly,
I need to. I wear steel toe cap boots to work, so that's heavy, isn't it? That's why. They come up with all these stories.
Is that what you said on the ticket in mitigation?
No. I just took the rap. I'm sorry, sir.
Oh well.
That's what you got to do.
Very good. What else has happened this week? Anything?
Yeah. It's actually one of the 5 hot topics. I was guiding cars around in the pouring rain around I think it was 15 by 15 foot shed at Harmon's Cross. Everyone know that one?
Okay, we'll talk about that in a minute, Gary.
Yeah.
When we talk about and we have this little chit chat, and you say, "Has anything happened to me?" Right? And I was going to say, well, yeah, we're still getting over the Halloween show, which was fantastic. We had a really good response to that. Do you not think? It was a very good show.
Yep. It's very good.
It was frightening. It was a weird show. It was different to what we do, but it was good nonetheless. So we're getting a lot of feedback with that, and that was very good. But I got a story, right? Do you know? I hope he won't mind me saying this, little Steph. But do you know Steph, French Steph, good lad from the Purbeck House Hotel, right? Every day he comes past.
That's Stefan.
Yeah, Stefan, right? He comes past my shop. Stefan Gousseau, right? Stefan Gousseau. He comes past my shop. Lovely lad. Goes down, gets his baguette, pops in, and we normally talk about stuff, right? You know, what's going on in the world, etc. Boats mainly, and football teams, right? And he comes past and he says, "Hello, right? Sorry, Steph, it's a terrible accent, but he said, did you see? Oh, he walks like this. He said, did you see? Oh no, because obviously he's not Liverpool. He's
French, isn't he?
He's French. So he goes, "Oh, hello. Did you see all of those trucks outside my hotel?" Because they don't pronounce the H, right? They go hotel. And I said, "No. What was that all about?" He said, "Very famous singer in my hotel." And I went, oh, right, okay, brilliant. I said, who was it? He said, Monsieur Pine. Monsieur Pine? Who are you talking about? Monsieur Pine. Right, so I'm thinking, no, I don't know him. I don't know him. He said, very famous singer. Right, and I thought, okay. He said, I said, no, I don't know him. He said, went up with Cheryl Cole. And I thought, oh. I said, you mean Liam Payne? And he went, yeah, that is what I said, Liam Payne. And I went, oh, all right, mate. Okay, whatever. So that was that. Yeah, he stayed there. He stayed at the hotel till 2 o'clock in the morning, drinking, and nobody knew. Just another example of why Swanage is excellent. All the stars come down. It's a good place to be. And that was it, really. That's really all that's happened, really. Apart from it's been a bit busy at work, but yeah, there you go. What do you think? Should we have a look around Swanage while we got use of the light?
Yeah, let's go to the webcams. I think.
See if the webcams are up. Let's see, producer. Is there any chance we can be looking at the webcams to see in and around Swanage? Look at that, Gary. We're looking across the bay, across the pier. That's a really nice. They've upgraded their cameras. Oh yes, it might be the same one, but it is just daylight.
It'll be the same one.
Well, that's pretty good. There's people going across there now by Banjo Pier.
There's a new RNLI one, isn't there, I believe?
Oh, is that the new RNLI one? That is fantastic. That is fantastic.
And unfortunately, I can't see any of it because
I'm describing it for you, Gary, right? It's a flat level C, okay? It's flat.
Calm.
However, I do believe it has a fisheye lens. But, yeah, very, very nice. What else we got, producer? Let's have a look at Corfe Castle. Come on, let's see what we got for Corfe Castle before we get stuck into the bones of the show. There we go. Look at that. Looks lovely. Like I said, we said last time, looks lovely in the daytime, in the evening, a little bit twilight. At night, it looks like horror setting. Here we go. Look at that Swanage. Look at that's the number 54 just going, isn't it? 54.
50, isn't it?
I don't know.
It's Breezer, that's number 50.
It's
Come on.
the Breezer.
When was the last time you used the bus?
Me, personally, when was the last time I used the bus? That's a really good question.
20 years ago.
Yeah, it's got to be that long, isn't it?
Yeah.
So anything else happening on the railway there, on the webcams? Not a lot. No. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, we've got a show. We've got a section on the news aspects. We've got Gary going off live to a fantastic birthday party. We did hope we were going to get Mark on from the football club, Mark Watson. Sadly, an emergency's come up and he can't join us, but we'll get him next time. But please get in touch with us. Give us a call, 0330 001 2401. Calls are normal rate. They're not expensive at all. They're just like calling a normal number. Give us a call. Especially if you want to talk about some of the stuff that we're going to talk about later, or give us a contact on any of the social media sites that there are.
Also, can I just mention, Ian, that when people subscribe to YouTube, to our YouTube channel, they don't have to pay a single penny, because like a magazine in a shop, you get a subscription, you get charged, don't you?
Yeah.
With our channel, you don't get charged at all. It's free.
No, it is free. That's right. I think
there's no worries about being charged for subscribing to our channel. And then when we get a impromptu thing like this
show, you'll get the alert.
They would get a notification, and then they can watch straight away.
Fantastic, yeah. Just saying on that, Gary, on YouTube, I found something out demographically, right, about the what social media platforms people use, and I've worked out that we don't get any viewers from kids or anybody sort of 20 and below, because they all use Instagram. They don't use Facebook, and they very rarely use YouTube. And what they use is Snapchat and the other one, right, and Instagram. It's people our age that use Facebook. So that what we're showing the news is to like our age group between, say, 40 and 60, something like that. Let's say that sort of age group, 35, 60. And then people over the 60s, in the 70s, don't use much of it at all. So, yeah.
I don't know. There's still 60, 70-year-old people that use it.
Yeah, there are. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that's the, that's the rule.
I think there's actually groups in Swanage. We have to research that. They train people. They teach the older ones to learn about computers, I guess.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
But now, Gary, it's our favourite part of the show where we discuss the 5 hot topics of the week.
Imagine doing that in a pub, can't you?
Oh, we didn't butcher that, did we? We've been rehearsing that, and it didn't work very well. But there you go. Gary, 5 hot topics of the week. So, what is our first hot topic?
Well, let's go back to the ferry for a start, shall we?
Ooh.
That's on.
Hey, well, is it? Because it was on a couple of days and it had to come off.
Off due to weather conditions, which is safety anyway, so that's fine. It's back in action again. Okay. So big round of applause to those guys that sorted that out.
Well, I mean, yeah, you listen. It's still a double-edged sword, right? And it's going to rumble on for years to come, probably, or the next time it goes out, if it does. You know, you've got the situation whereby businesses have been damaged, and we've covered this before, right? But now it's ready. But I just want to draw your attention to, right, what with a company like that makes a very good profit or whatever, and that's none of our business, right, how much money they make. But what do they do with succession planning for, like, I know most stuff they've got as spares. I don't know if they've got a full factory of spares, right? They certainly haven't got a crankshaft. I'm wondering if they have
crankshaft or drive shaft.
Drive shaft. But what I'm saying is, why wouldn't it be prudent for that company to rebuild the whole ferry over a period of 5 years or 10 years? I mean, that might be their plan. I don't know if they're doing that. But we did have a thing. There was a letter in the Advertiser, right? It says, and I'm not going to say who it's by, but it was, why was no duplicate drive shaft machine? You know, and it says, I've not. This is another thing. He says, I have not followed the correspondence that there must have been about the whys and the wherefores of last month's absence of Studland Ferry. For 25 years, he was employed by a British aircraft company, 20 years in the design office, and the thinking team had to constantly think safety. And basically, he goes on to say, you know, they had to machine all the stuff and all the spares and the replication. Why don't they do it? Don't know. I mean, it's one of those things, and what have we been told, it's one of those parts that never breaks. But it did. So,
in the lifetime of the actual machine, in the lifetime of the ferry.
Yeah, I mean, it might be... listen, it's not our business. I'm just saying. But because of all the disruption, right, they've taken a big advert out. And this is something listen, if you use the ferry and you're not too disgruntled to keep using it, get your money out this month, right? Because if you use it regularly, they are, and in recognition of the prolonged service outage, they're offering double discounts on a book of sales purchased by the end of November, right? 30th of November. I think it's like 2 for 1, so it's half price, right? I think you have to buy books of whatever, but I think negotiate with them, Gary.
Books of 10 and books of 50, actually.
Yeah, phone up, negotiate with them, see what you can get. You might not have to buy a book of 50. I mean, it's for a month, and I'm sure they've built the sales fall and the forecast in. So good on them. And if you use it regularly, get it now, and go for free
discount. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that's what I say. Right, okay. Gary, that's enough of the ferry, innit, to be honest.
Yeah.
Unless anybody who's watching live wants to phone in and tell us on any of these things.
Okay.
The second hot topic of the week, Gary.
What
is the second hot topic of the week? I think it's this, mate, coming up. Oh, Gary, it just showed you with the in Harmon's Cross. Right? So the second topic,
that was my first live scoop.
Yeah, well, we're going to wrap it all up. I
thought I'd get that while I was directing traffic, you know?
Yeah. Crazy weather. That was funny, by the way. That was huge.
I was soaked again, yeah.
What you saying? We send you out in the rain all the time?
Actually, I'm in the dry at the moment.
Yeah, it's forecast rain in a minute, so bit of luck. But Gary, crazy weather, right? That is some wind to lift that thing up. That's huge. You were right there. Lucky nobody got hurt, right?
Yeah, I don't know who the owner was, but maybe the owner wants to phone in. Maybe the owner wants to phone in.
If the owner's and apologise for not having it strapped down. I mean, that you can't say that. You can't say that because it's huge. You don't expect. It's like a house. It's like the Wizard of Oz lifting the house up. You know, it's crazy. But health and safety, whatever. Anyway, but apart from that, the weather has gone mad, right? Because storm defences. That's what I wanted to talk about. You know, we mentioned it last time. The council was going to put a load of money in, and they were going to do this thing. Well, we've got a little bit of a video of it, and I went down there, right? And the fact of the matter is, it was a case of let's have a look. Let's see if it works, right? And did you see the sea though? I can't remember what it was, but it was mad. It was going crazy, right? It's some of the video shows which you can't see.
I know that we need them, but they're a bit ugly, aren't they? People were suggesting to design some sort of graphics on them, graffiti.
Do you think that's important though?
It should colour it up, wouldn't it? Brighten it up a bit.
It's a stormy, miserable day.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
It's how it's supposed to be. Look at it. It's grey, any colour you like. But in all seriousness, from it, I don't care how much it costs, but fair play for them to do it. Because if you look up the top bit there where there's no defence, you see all the water coming over, right? Now, the council said there's no point doing it up there because it don't really affect anything. And then if you look, you've got all that new development. So I'm thinking, hold on a minute, you've got to put something there. But I was reliably informed that they got like a 3-metre wall that goes around the whole of it anyway. So I spoke to some of the shops down there. They didn't get flooded at all. I think the arcade might have got a bit wet because I don't think there's enough protection down that way, but you know, other than that, it did a really good job. I thought it was really good. Yeah. So let's applaud the council and all the people involved, because you've stopped people from having to mop up a load of old nonsense just because of a few concrete blocks. So well done. Right, there you go. Is it caused by climate change, any of this?
The scientists say the scientists say yes.
No, but they don't say it on this occasion, surely. This is just like high tide, and we get this all the time, right?
It happens every winter, doesn't it? It's winter.
Yeah, it's cyclical, right? It's cyclical, but sometimes
most of the sea comes over onto the shore. That's it. Yeah.
Yeah. I tell you what, though, I bet if I don't know what your views are on the climate change. Anyway, I don't know if I really want to get into that now, because that's certainly not climate change at all. All right, and you know, it's not.
That's your opinion, obviously. Yeah.
Well, no, that's not climate change. That can't be climate change because it happens every year.
Yeah, with water rising.
Cyclical weather, that's all.
Yeah, with water rising, that is climate change, correct? Ice cap melt, water rises, and it comes over.
That's a high tide. Gary, that's a high tide. Right, that's what happens.
Yeah, it's going to get higher.
All sea level, don't buy that myth, Gary. Do not buy that myth. Get that myth, wrap it up, and throw it in the bin, right? Because sea level hasn't risen ever. It's never risen. There are billions of places where you can check the weather with old photographs, right? Where you compare it 100 years ago, tons of it, all across this level plane that we have. Yeah. It's never risen, right? So when in the 60s it was, I don't know, whatever it was, and in the 70s it was, oh, you're going to freeze. Oh no, you're going to get cold, and then acid rain, and then the ozone layer, then all blah, 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 right? So each decade there's been like something that puts the fear of God into us. Oh, we must change. Hold on, not just change. We must tax the person, right, for whatever. Oh, I'm running out of breath. I'm so excited about it.
Money. I don't think so. I believe. They measure the level, measure the sea level, don't they, as it's going up?
Yeah. What for climate change?
Yeah.
Yeah, but they've been sat there for 20 years doing nothing then for 100 years because it ain't risen. So that's a waste of money, wasn't it?
If any of the callers want to call in, and any viewers want to call
in. I didn't want to make it about that because I'm sure it's an emotive subject, like the fors and the against of it. I'm just going with some of the common sense stuff I can see and experience myself, you know, like sea level hasn't risen. They told us it was. They told us Sandbank's going to be underwater in 20 years. Oh, my God, Swanage is going to be flooded. Well, you know, 200 years later, and cyclical water tides, you know, that's the way I see it. Now, listen, one thing, Gary, we'll talk about what we're going to stay on, because the next hot topic, okay, is Danny the
dolphin.
Yeah. Now, listen, we did speak to, we did try and get in touch with Will, our hero, but he's just sort of sick and tired of having to explain it over and over again. He respectfully declined. He's a lovely fella, and we love him and appreciate him for doing it. It was a really good thing.
He took the initiative to go out there, but the RNLI didn't want to go out because of the weather. It's quite dangerous.
Which I find a bit strange. I mean, would they have gone out if it was a human life? More than likely.
Yeah, they would have. Yeah,
you got that issue.
There is a company that goes out for marine rescue and stuff. That's what I saw on Facebook. I've never even heard of them, to be honest, until now. So it's good to know, really.
Oh, excellent. We'll have to find out about them then. If they, yeah, that'd be helpful. I mean, the picture we're seeing here is from a lady called Maria Munn. Thank you, Maria, for letting us use that. We appreciate that. And thank you to the dolphin. What's the dolphin awareness line? Is it Lisa Skelsey who sort of brought the awareness of the plight of Danny? And she's got a Facebook page, and I think it's called Danny the Dolphin. Gives us all updates on what it's doing, and obviously we found this, didn't we? And it was there, and everyone was great, and there was this, and then it got stuck. Right, weather came in, and there is a picture of it. I'm sure it looks like it's going up through a hoop. It's like not quite made the trick, you know. The fish is still at the top, but it was terrible, and he got stuck, and he'd have surely died. So. Will Chellingworth, round of applause. I think you saved a dolphin's life. I think, and it should be should be applauded and should be recognised. So shout out to you, Will Chellingworth. No,
next one.
It's the topic.
It is. I mean, this should have been at the top, to be honest. But we've got to take the good and the bad, haven't we? With this, with obviously reporting and stuff. And it is about Georgian gems.
It is.
Recently broken into on Saturday, the 2nd of December, at 5 to 8, and so far they're still at large.
Well, from what I can understand, all right, we're talking about a small, independent jewellers, Georgian Gems, that was smashed up by a group of nobody knows in literally near broad daylight at 8 o'clock on a Saturday night. Okay, Saturday night. Now, what that means is they've come in, done what they want, and they've gone. Okay. Now, everybody is an armchair detective, right? Everybody is, because they have an opinion on it. And it's obvious, you know, the Facebook groups, this and that, our show, whatever. People have an opinion on these things, right? And a lot of the opinion that we've seen is pretty negative. Okay. And some of it is positive because of circumstances, perhaps. Now, we did ask, and we did go through to I tell you who it was. His name was PC Cambridge, who I was told was in charge of the thing. And they declined to do an interview live with us, which is a shame, right? It's a shame. However, they said, and I'll read it here because I've got it here, because it's important that we understand this, because we shouldn't be allowed as a town to allow this type of thing to happen. Just to come in, do what they want, and go with no reprisal, no nothing. All right, no nothing. And I'm not saying that from the people, because psychological. We'll come to the whole thing, right? They came in, they went across the road, they stood out, they were shouting this and that. Acid, right? We got acid. You come any further, we got acid. Now, psychologically, that word, it could have been water, could have been anything, but psychologically, it's gonna placate you for a while. Also, there's the shock of viewing it in the first place. It's something, you know, people get.
Is that real? Yeah, is that real? Is that happening?
Is it happening? What is happening? You know.
Yeah.
So what you've
obviously
got,
they made a big dent in that door. Crikey.
Yeah. We were lucky to get this picture because it was boarded up, then unboarded for a short time, then boarded up. I think it's still boarded up. You can see they got out, crowbar, sledgehammer, and everybody has seen the CCTV footage, right? We asked the police, could we show it? But we actually edited the video so that we didn't show people's faces or cars or whatever. You know, we tried to be respectful. And they said, we'd rather you didn't. Okay. And I thought, and I said to her, I said, you do know it's on Facebook groups and on YouTube and everything, don't you? I mean, you do know it's not a secret or anything. Yeah. Oh, yeah, but she did say there's nothing we could do, right? And I thought, well, you know, but we stayed respectful and we haven't done it. And there are loads of places to you can go and have a look at it. But they refused to come on and talk about it, right? And they can't really say, there's an investigation going on, we can't speak about it. No, come on. You've had people come in, trample all over our town and leave. Now, thank you for your inquiry. This is from the press office, and I'm not even going to name the names, all right? It's not, I'm going to be respectful. Thank you for your inquiry. We would like to decline your request for an interview on your programme on Thursday afternoon. This one here. However, please bear in mind what I'm going to say here, people. Please find below a comment about neighbourhood policing in the Swanage area. Okay, bearing in mind we want to talk about a crime that's just happened and obviously where were the police, right? The big question, where were the police? Now, it says neighbourhood policing inspector James Offer said Purbeck Police have an excellent relationship with various communities that make up this beautiful part of the world. Fantastic. We're in no disagreement at all with that. Now, it says from official partners such as the town councils and other emergency services to local groups such as the Scouts and the Guides, as well as key individuals and victims of crime, we have maintained and enhanced our links to make us approachable, trustworthy and accessible. These are not my words. These are their words. This is the statement they gave to us. Swanage in particular is an excellent example of an embedded neighbourhood policing team who works from a council premises and is integral to the community. Nothing wrong with that. This has led to an increase in community defibrillators. Bingo, right? Ding dong, alarm bells going. Alarm bells going. I do not care about your help with the defibrillators. Sorry, I might be ranting. This is a personal view, okay? It might be a great thing, but why are you trying to get involved in that? That's nothing to do with you. You're there to enforce law, to catch criminals. Whilst we appreciate your work with defibrillators, there are Facebook groups that did that. There are other people. They are privately funded. You shouldn't be telling us that this is some of your success, because the people of Swanage want to know, where the hell were you? Okay, but hold on. The following recent organisational changes, Purbeck has officers based in the area 24/7 and increased access to resources from adjoining areas, which reflects a commitment from Dorset Police to local policing. Okay. Recently, the team has been boosted by an additional PCSO and PC to enhance those capabilities. We're keen to make any use of additional and innovative ideas to engage with residents and visitors alike and encourage constructive feedback to achieve this. Well, you didn't come on to new ways and methods of reaching the audience of Swanage because you declined to come on the show. Now, thank you for your help with defibrillators. Thank you for giving us an extra PCSO and an extra PC. It's appreciated by everyone. And this is not to have a go at the police force. What it's to have a go at is with the policy, because some people came into our town, smashed up the place and left. And they are still at large. Okay. Now, where were you? Where were the police? This is the question that not I'm asking. This is the question that the whole town is asking. Okay, this is the question the whole town. Where were the police? Where was the extra PCSO? Where was the extra PC? They may have been at other places, and I grant you that there are other crime spots. But why would you leave a town undefended, an entire town with a population of 10,000? I think that's the big key question that everybody wants to know. Now, we appreciate the job that the police do for us, and we appreciate that you help. God bless you. We want you here to stop the criminals. We want you here, and I want to know what the disaster plan is if this happens again. Okay, it's happened in Portland. It's happened here. These people have got away with it. Are we now a soft target area because we have no police force? Okay, budgetary cuts and everything else. but surely there has to be a better method. I'm saying this from a point of view of a business owner, residents, and all the people that know about this particular place. And we would love you to come on. And we're not having a go at you. We want to help. That's why we wanted to show this and have this discussion, an open discussion about the policies and the security policies that the police should be having for this town. And please bear in mind all the people that may be shouting at me and going, oh, you don't support the police, you don't do that. That's untrue. I have the point whereby I remember that public servants are answerable to the people. We are the people. So if we ask something, just asking. We shouldn't be told it's none of your business, or it's an ongoing crime. That you work for us in a way, and I don't want to use that one, but we just want to know what the plan is. If anybody wants to call in, if anybody wants to agree with anything I've said, please come on. Just let us know. There are two sides to everything. We do not have the police side, and I've said enough on that now. So,
right? Can I just say?
How are you?
Yeah, hello there. Can I just say, people say you talk too much. Anyway, right. I'll just give you the crime number. If you know if you know anything about this robbery, then you just phone 101, and the occurrence number is 551 901 7316. Okay, you can get in touch with the police involved with that, and hopefully there'll be an end to this story. You know,
hopefully a good end, Gary. Right, where they catch them. They get all the money back. They get all the jewellery back.
I'll just say something here in a sec. Right. Obviously, the outcome was reasonable because nobody got hurt. You know, the heights from people being threatened with acid right up to the high-speed chase by the police. And actually, they're only human. They're not Superman. And it's obviously safety is paramount to anything they do.
I totally agree, Gary. We only have our version of events. We only have what we think, and only from what the questions that we can have. We don't have the police side of the story. We don't. I mean, I'd love for him to have come on and just explained it. I mean, see, there's another issue as well. There was a video.
Actually, should go back to the government that towns like that, even a small town like this, it needs extra policing.
I think so. Yeah, it doesn't have to be a military state. It just needs to be a couple of people on.
Because they escaped with all the jewellery, and they that was an operations department or Swanage Town Council. So they escaped with the jewellery, and also they went through two towns, didn't they? Swanage and Wareham.
I think so. Yeah. And then, from what I understand, they went up past the silent woman.
Like you said, there are questions, and hopefully they'll get caught.
Let's hope so.
Otherwise, it's going to say that Swanage is a soft target, isn't it? And,
I think so. I think that's what. Yeah. Listen, these gangs, you see it
Swanage
on the news.
Isn't it? Really, like, strange.
Well, you see these gangs in places.
The people that actually stood by and watched, because I would have probably just stood there and watched as well. You know, what can you do with people with weapons and, you know, stuff like that?
It's a very interesting question, because that's one that sort of comes up, okay? And it's to do, it's not fight or flight, because sometimes it's none of your business, you know, but and sometimes you just don't want to. You have not an apathy, but and of course it's a dangerous situation sometimes. Like I said earlier, the psychological use of someone shouting, "Don't come any closer, we've got acid." No, one drop, we're conditioned to think one drop of it is going to disfigure us, and it probably would, you know. So we don't want to take that chance. There
are cases all over the UK. You've seen the damage it causes, you know.
Well, one of the questions we did pose, and some of the things was the response time. Now, obviously, there weren't police in the immediate area, as far as I know, because it seemed they were there for too long, unless they had a strategy and they were in the area. I don't know. What I wondered what the response time of the fire brigade would have been to put one in front, one engine in front, one engine behind, and let the buggers have it with the hoses. All right, what are they going to do? They'd have had to hot foot it on. They wouldn't have got through the hoses, and then all of us lot could have gone over and given them a good shot.
Yeah.
But it's the fight or flight thing, you know. If it's easy saying all this after the event. I mean, it's very quick when you're watching
Yeah,
it
I mean,
in real time.
I really wouldn't call the fire brigade on a robbery, would you?
No, that's what I mean. It's not their MO. It's not their thing to do, right? But
It's a good thing
I wonder if they could have just. I wonder if because the lack of policing in the area, the other emergency services could have blocked them in somehow. If everybody would have thought about it quick enough. I mean, it's if this, if that, blah 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 blah, right? So it's easy after the event. It happened quick in real time, and you have to make a decision there and then, don't you, on what you're going to do. And when they shout out, "We got acid," you go, "I ain't going nowhere."
Wait, yeah, that's right.
Of course you're not. Unless you jump in a car and you think, do you know what? In for a penny, in for a pound, straight at them. But, we shouldn't need. What the whole point of it is, the public shouldn't need to do that. But we all sort of feel compelled that this and that should have happened. But listen, Gary, you're outside. You're outside the place.
I've actually had a call from one of the workers at the nursing home. Hang on, and they told me quickly because it's her party today, and I've got to get up there.
Gary,
okay,
go. You go, yeah. And I'll
see you guys a bit later. And thank you very much. Back to the studio.
Gary, see you. Thanks very much. Thanks very much indeed. Right. Well, it's just me then, which is even more terrifying because I'm not sure what we were going to do, because at this point we were going to interview Mark about the football. So I guess what I'll do is, everybody said everything. Yeah, I mean, give us a call. Please give us a call. Somebody call me. Or send us a comment. I mean, do you agree with what I said about the robbery thing? Do you not agree? Can we get somebody that was there? Do they want to have a chat? Send us a message. Let's debate it. Let's talk about it like grown-ups and see where we can go with it. There are a couple of other news items I'd like to do, though, while we're waiting for Gary to go to this incredible 111th birthday party. What could go wrong? This Sunday, okay, millions of lives were lost years ago in the Second World War, and it's that Remembrance Sunday, whereby we should all be really thankful that these poor men lost their lives for a cause they believed in, for us, for future generations. And I think it's very fitting every year that we pay some sort of respect and tribute to them. It's the right thing to do. There's no other thing to say. But let me tell you what happens, because there is a program in every town, generally in every little village, particularly all across Dorset, but in the Purbeck, or specifically for Swanage, there's a program, and it goes like this. On Friday, the 8th of November at 10:45 at the War Memorial, school children place crosses around the whole memorial. There's a service there by the very Right Honourable Reverend John Mann, and Royal British Legion standard bearer Tony Smith, and the bugler Eddie Chinchin will be present. Now, I think what the kids do is they place a cross for every person in Swanage that lost their life in the Second World War. I hope I have. Could be the First World War, could be the Second World War, but it's all the Swanage people that have given up their lives so that we can have the freedom to let people come and rob us. Sorry, I can't let it go. Anyway, on Sunday, the 10th of November, 13:45, from up at the Moleham on Shaw Road, they're going to have a parade, okay, which will march off. The route will be Shaw Road, Institute Road, Kings Road East into Kings Road West to St Mary's Church. And they'll fall out at St Mary's Church. And at 15:30, 3:30 approximately, they will march off to the War Memorial. It's a nice sight. It's a good thing, you know. And it's back to the Royal British Legion for refreshments. So that's a very good day. And on Monday, 11th of November, the service at 10:45 at the War Memorial for the 2-minute silence at 11 o'clock with a standard bearer and a bugler again. So, if you can, join in. Make sure you stand for your silence. Remember what's happened. Remember why you're here. And go from there. that's what I wanted to mention. I should have done this news article, to be fair, because it highlights the fact that we've got a problem with the policing, particularly in our area. Now, there's a report that across Dorset, nearly 4,000 fewer drink drive tests were carried out. Now, I'm assuming it's because there's not many people on the road, but it's not. It's to do with, let me read it. Home Office statistics show that 5,712 breath tests were conducted by Dorset Police in 2018, around 3,900 fewer than 2009. So you're looking at 10 years difference, and there's only a 3,000 difference. Is it a story? Is it even a story? I don't know. Don't drink and drive. Don't be a moron. That's it. That's all I was going to say. I don't know where Gary is. He is on foot to the to York House to go and see a very special lady. Her name is Lily. She is 111 years old. I can't believe that age, which means she was born in somebody help me, 1912, 1911, 1908. Let's go 1908. A long time ago, right? She was born. So she has seen, imagine the changes she's seen. It must be incredible. And I hope Gary asks her a couple more things. There's a couple more news items that I just want to run through. And as you know, we like investment into Swanage and in the area, okay, into where we are, into Dorset specifically, as a whole. We like investment that boosts our towns. Brownsea Island has been awarded £562,000 the boost for wildlife to protect the little red squirrels and all the rest of it. I think it's a project to create wildlife observations, learning facilities. They're going to do a whole kit and caboodle with it. Is it a good thing? Could money be better spent? I don't think so. Why not? Listen, come on, let's boost all this up. Let's, like we keep saying, let's make money in Swanage. Let's make money in our area. Let's boost the economy so that people keep coming back and spending it with us. Any other stories of investment that I've missed, it's because I didn't want to cover them. Now, there's another one. There is one other story which I think is incredible, to be fair. It's not really where we are, but it's a farmer who organised a tractor run in memory of his late wife. Has since been given a cheque for more than £17,000 to the Dorset Cancer Centre. He's done that by doing that big, massive tractor run. Philip Trim, whose wife Jane, 53, was cared for at Poole Hospital with lung cancer, decided to organise a Purbeck Coast tractor run and fun event weekend. In a bid to help anyone living with the disease, the tractor run took place in August. You may remember it. There was tons of them in going along the top at Langton, and the way you go through that way. So good job. It's nice when these things happen. Okay, so let's go. Now listen, I think we're cutting live to Gary. So hold on to your hats, everybody. What's so wrong? Okay, we're in the care home that is
son-in-law.
York House.
Do they know about this?
I'm not sure if
special.
Did anyone tell you about Swanage TV, Wendy?
I'm going to pass you over, and we're going to go straight live to Gary. I think. Oh, he's not settled in yet. I think he's being accosted at the door by a group of angry ladies. We think this might not work. Just bear with us, ladies and gentlemen. So seriously, I mean, give us a call. We've had a couple of calls, but they haven't wanted to come on air. It's a bit of a shame, but it is what it is. We've got a show coming up in about 2 weeks' time. We only did this show specifically because of the robbery, really, and of course this fantastic event we're about to witness, hopefully. it's really important, I think, about the robbery. And I think what you're finding is you're looking at the webcams, and we're going to cut live to Gary. In your Gary.
Hey.
Gary, hello.
Hi there. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, we can hear you.
Brilliant.
Yes.
I'm actually currently at York House retirement home, and sat next to a lovely lady called Lillian, and it's her birthday today. She's 111. Hello, Lillian.
Hello, dear.
Hello.
No, she doesn't know me, but it's a privilege to meet you anyway. It's a privilege to meet you.
Thank you.
Yeah, 111. And did you know actually that I've done some research, and in the UK, she's on par with the oldest lady in the UK. Yeah.
Number 7 on the list, or number 6 on the list.
Is it 6 or 7? Yeah.
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 And the second eldest in Dorset.
Second eldest in Dorset. Right. That's
Wow.
quite an achievement there.
That is an amazing achievement, Gary. Absolutely fantastic. Yeah.
This is Ian.
I met her, Gary, the other day. She is an incredible lady.
Can't
You have to get a bit close to her, though. You have to get a little bit close, because her hearing's probably the same as yours.
Yeah. Is that okay like that?
Yeah, that's fine, Gary. Why don't you ask Lillian some lovely questions, Gary?
I did have them. That's the microphone. Yeah. So, what is the secret? Everyone's probably asked her that, haven't they?
I must be careful what I say then.
Yeah, she's got to be careful what she says. It's live TV. Yeah.
What's the secret of your longevity?
You're famous now.
We'll have had enough of us today.
So what is the secret to a long life then? The secret to a long life.
Be good.
Be good.
Do the best you can for everybody. And look after your children and bring them up properly.
Oh, that's lovely, isn't it?
That's lovely.
Yeah.
He had a stick on the wall outside the kitchen and a little shed down the garden.
Oh.
And if you did anything wrong or bad, he'd say, come with me.
You'd be in trouble then.
And we'd go down the garden, take a stick with us and have a good whipping.
Oh.
Then we behaved ourselves.
They can't do that in these days, can they?
No.
Not allowed. No.
You poor thing.
Maybe that's where society's gone wrong. I don't know.
They take you.
So if there's anything you would say to the viewers now, what would you say? Anything?
My darling.
What would you say to the viewers right now, like they're watching now?
Say to who?
To the viewers, anyone watching the TV now. You got anything special to say to them?
No.
Words of wisdom?
I can't think of anything.
What was your favourite decade, Gary?
Chocolate.
Tell me about
Oh,
chocolate.
yes. But that doesn't enter into it. Everybody likes chocolate.
No, that's true.
Be kind to your next door neighbour. And always be friendly.
That's it.
That's the main thing that I can think of.
That's lovely. What was her favourite decade, Gary?
We were 5 children at home.
5 children.
A boy and 4 girls.
Yeah,
And we just had to do what we were told.
that's right. Yeah.
We
Or it
couldn't
was straight
do
up the
our
shed.
own thing. We had to do what was told.
Do as you're told. Don't answer back. Yeah.
Or else we got the cane. And nobody liked having
Not
the
the cane.
cane.
What favourite decade would you go to?
Eh?
What favourite decade would you go back to?
What?
What's your favourite decade? Favourite decade? 40s, 50s, 60s,
Oh.
1960, rock and roll?
I think it was this last 50 years, because when I got married, we travelled halfway around the world.
Wow.
We went to so many other countries.
Been around a little bit then. Yeah.
We had a wonderful experience, and everywhere you want, all the foreigners, if they knew
Foreigners?
if they knew you were from England, they would treat you so well.
Yeah, I think they still do. A lot of them do.
Yes.
Yeah, when you go to their
Did I
country,
say something
hospitality is
wrong
amazing.
when I said foreigners?
Yeah, yeah.
No, not at all, my lovely. Not at all.
Yeah, of course it is. Yeah, yeah.
Do you know what she's a delight?
No.
We got a drink.
Yeah.
Oh, that's yeah. So I hear your sister's in Australia right now. Is she living there?
I got one, the youngest of the five is still living in Australia.
Yeah. Have you got anything to say to her? She could see this on
Her
TV.
husband and the children went out when you could go to Australia
For £10.
£10.
That's right. Yeah, I remember them. I wasn't
They
there. I wasn't
all
around.
went and they never came home again.
No. It's a nice country, I've heard. Yeah, I've got family there as well, actually.
Well, my husband would have liked to have bought a nice house in Australia, near where my sister was living.
Yeah.
But decided we couldn't do it fairly.
Right.
Because both our parents were both in their 80s.
Right, yeah.
And he said
Quite old
it's not fair to go and leave them now.
No. Have you got a favourite song in your time?
No.
No?
Not a favourite one, because I was a great pianist. I could play anything and everything. So I didn't have a favourite.
No.
The only thing I like to, if anybody says, sing something that you know.
Okay.
From your
what I want to do is I want to get everyone together in the room and we want to sing you a special song, okay? Ladies and gentlemen, she's 111 today. So can we all join in? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Lillian. Happy birthday to you. 3 cheers for Lillian. Hip hip. Hip hip. Hip hip.
Gary, we've lost you.
My picture. I can still hear you, but I've lost.
Gary, we lost you at the finale.
I can hear you.
Gary, you can hear us, I think. Is that right? Are you still on audio, Gary? Yes, you're back.
Back in the room.
Back in the room. 3, 2, 1. Gary, that was fabulous.
That's brilliant. Yeah.
Did you manage to give her the lady a lovely bunch of flowers, Gary, for her birthday?
Oh, whoops! They're in the car. I should go and get them.
Ladies and gentlemen, there'll be a short interlude, and we'll watch Gary go rather than watching these people eat. Gary, keep your camera like that on your way out to the car, just so you can. Okay. And then just so we can see where we are in York House. Is that all right? How many people are there, Gary?
Oh, there's quite a lot here actually. Not sure I'm filming, but
you are live, Gary. Still.
Yeah. Thank you very much. I'll be back. How do I get out of here?
Then we're going to stay with Gary. We're going to stay with Gary, just for the comedy value.
Right, I'm just trying. It's nice. Right, yeah, carry on. I can hear you now.
Okay, right, where we are. That ambulance. Please tell me that ambulance isn't for you.
No.
Okay, for those of you that don't know where York House is, that's the tennis courts. Other side is Beach Road. Gary, don't show the registrations of any cars.
No,
if
obviously.
You can help it. Particularly not that one we've just seen.
I always forget something, don't I?
Oh dear, oh dear.
This is it, yeah. You just have to do it. Right. Carry on. 3, 2, 1. Back in the room. Oh. Right. Right, I'm walking back into York House. Nice, actually.
Thanks,
nice.
Gary.
Nice view there. Obviously, they do wonders for the elderly. Okay. This is from Swanage TV. Have you got a little bars?
Thank you very much.
Yeah, that's brilliant. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thanks for letting us do this as well. Yeah. Swanage TV. Yeah.
Gary, I think it might be fitting now just to say goodbye to our lovely lady and let her get on with her cup of
Yeah,
tea.
of course. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, I'll just do this there. Okay, nice to meet you, Lillian. Thank you very much for having us. Okay. It's me again. Right, okay. Yeah, of course. Yeah. Thank you very much.
Just say thank you and goodbye, Lillian. Give him a thank you and a wave.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Thank you and
Bye
goodbye.
bye.
Oh, thank you, Lillian.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Fantastic, Gary. Thank you very much. Anyone else you want to have a chat to, Gary,
big
while you're
thank you
there?
to the staff for looking after Lillian and all the rest of the crew in
Give it
here.
a wave.
Sorry.
Oh, I think they're doing fantastic, Gary.
Right, I must fly.
Okay.
Okay, I'm doing a runner now.
Thanks, Gary.
No
worries.
Okay. Right.
Okay. Gary, thanks very much. Wow. She's got a sister still alive in Australia. We do go out. People in Australia watch this, so it would be fantastic if she's able to view it. It would be a really nice thing. Ladies and gentlemen, listen, all of the things that have been mentioned today with all of the 5 hot topics of the week, please get in touch with us with whether you like it or not. We've had a couple of comments. Yes, it was ridiculous of me to use the fire brigade. It was an analogy to use something as a community if there were no police in. Obviously, I literally wouldn't have expected them to do that unless there were protocols involved. But obviously, it's a silly idea. Other than that, we're going to cut the show short. I still can't believe Lillian. She's 111 years old, still able to talk to us, still able to give us some fantastic advice. Love your children. Don't beat them in a shed with a stick. That's not the way to go. Spare the rod, spoil the child. We're a bit past that, I think, now. But thank you very much. Please get in touch with us with any other news stories. We'd like to thank Gary. We certainly like to thank Lillian. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Thanks very much.